Welcome everybody, it's Taormino here, and today's a great day because it's Monday and I have another memory for you. Hopefully I don't forget about these memories, man. If I say these memories out loud, at least I got it recorded in case if I forget all these memories or I forget about these games, I can always go back and watch all these videos again. But today, I'm bringing you a great colorful game from the SEGA Genesis. Cool Spot. Now, I don't remember much of the plot. Let's see, you know, the plot of these games, luckily I have the manual, but the plot of these games, they didn't include them in the game themselves. They included it in the manual. Okay. Breaking news. Spot and his friends Spot, and Spot are in trouble. They need help fast. For years, Wild Wicked Willy Will has been trying to capture a real live Spot. But, okay. Capture the friends, and Will, in a moment of true wickedness, put cunning Spot trap cages. Okay, yeah, I remember. Alright, so the premise of this game is you, as Spot, the mascot for 7-Up, need to rescue other Spots that are left in cages. I don't think I got very far in this game playing it, because I remember the first few levels well, but I don't remember much after the first few levels. This game comes in a time where, like where I was introduced to Final Fantasy III, I was introduced into Cool Spot. My friend Ryan brought over tons of different video games and tons of different video game consoles back when I was at my babysitter's over the summer. And sometimes we would get lucky enough where he would leave the system there for a day or two with a couple of games. And people who were there longer or were there going to be there another day where he wouldn't, we would get to play a lot of these games. Cool Spot being one of them. Cool Spot is essentially a side-scrolling platform that was released back in August of 1994, excuse me. By Virgin Games, and I'm going to read the list of platforms. It originally started out on the Mega Drive, but eventually it was ported to the Sega Master System, Game Gear, Amiga, Super NES, Game Boy, and DOS. I have the Sega Genesis version, and I think I've only played it on the Sega Genesis. I don't think I've played on any other system. But the premise of the game is you're trying to release other Spots out of these cages. The first level is very, very familiar to me. You're on a beach, and you're running around, throwing like soda bubbles out and like hitting crabs and stuff, and just jumping and platforming, like running and jumping and platforming, jumping off of little soda bubbles and stuff like that. But I remember when Ryan brought it over, and like I said, it's almost like childlike wonderment, right? Where you see something for the first time that you aren't familiar with, and I wonder if kids nowadays are having it with like the more recent like Halos or Call of Duties or any of the newer style games like Overwatch or things like that. But man, when I was younger and we would plug in Cool Spot, and just looking at the vibrant colors and the detailed sprite work on Spot, like in his movements, just like standing there like stuff like that, man, it was just pretty. It was so gorgeous and just so wonderful just to watch, and it's just like we didn't even really have to do much, you know. It was just gorgeous the way that it was. And I just remember wanting to play it and just playing it. You know, we were very lucky to have had a friend, Ryan, who was able to, at least for me, give me a lot of opportunities to play a lot of these games that I probably would have never even experienced, and I have fond memories now of playing them. You know, Cool Spot was something that I did you know, I sought out to try to own and to want to have in my collection. I don't have every game that I could behind me, and I'm slowly gonna get more. But what I currently have, it was on one of my top lists to make sure that I have, because I just remember playing it. It was fun. You know, and I know I say that a lot about these games, but I'm obviously talking about games that I enjoyed playing and not games that I didn't enjoy playing. Maybe I'll do that for another series, where just like games that I rented from Hollywood Studios or a Hollywood Video. That's what it is, Hollywood Video. I go to Disney too much. Hollywood Video or Blockbuster. You know, how many times have I rented a game and it was like garbage? You know. But I mean, this was a fun game to play. It certainly was difficult. More difficult than I thought it would be. And I've gone back and I've played it since I bought it. When I buy my retro games, I clean them and I test them out and everything. Make sure they all work, and I put them up on the shelf and I touch them every now and then. But playing it recently, it was kind of difficult. So I'm surprised I was able to get so far as a child. I never beat it though. But it was a lot of fun playing it, and I remember the most recent time playing it. It was a lot of fun as well. Still really vibrant and colorful. The music was fun too. And at the end of all this, it was 7-Up. This was a 7-Up mascot. Were there any Domino's games with the Noid? Sorry, my nose is itchy. I'm sorry, but were there any Noid games? Like the Noid, he ruins pizzas? I bet there was. I mean, there was Sneak King, right? For Burger King. There has to be something there. But, yeah. I mean, you got 7-Up. My hand was covering it last time. Look. 7-Up. Right there. 7-Up. I prefer Sprite, though, if I'm going to drink the two. But they're generally similar. But yeah, so that's how I was introduced into the game, sitting in a dark, dingy garage. Oh, I think I have a picture of the garage. Hold on, let me pull it up. That is the garage that we used to stay in, and that is the TV that we used to play all these video games on with that stand. Oh, man. But yeah, so that's where we played all our video games. That's where I played Cool Spot. That's where I played Final Fantasy 3. That's where I played a ton of other games that I haven't even spoken of yet. That because of Ryan, I got introduced into so many other awesome games and so many fun games that I'll never forget. But Cool Spot, there's not much to say because there wasn't much story. It was just platforming. The color was beautiful, and the music was great. And it was nice to be able to play such a colorful game when like in the hot summer, and obviously we had all the lights turned out because it was too hot. So it's like, why would you want to keep the lights on? Plus sometimes the kids were napping in there too, so it was like, all right, so let's just play this, let's be quiet. It's a quiet, fun game. It was just something that we all enjoyed playing. It wasn't that we fought over playing because it was one player. You know, you'd die, you'd pass the controller. We all had a good time playing it. It was just a good, solid, fun time. It wasn't like Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or Mario Party where like you wanted to strangle one another because you lost. It was just a fun game. It was fun and it was cute. And I didn't end up liking Sprite over 7-Up. So their way of manipulating me and thinking that I would love 7-Up did not work. But thank you, Cool Spot. Thank you, 7-Up. And thank you, Virgin Games, for making this. It was so fun. But if you guys are interested, I have a Retron 5. I also have a Sega Genesis, but I can stream with the Retron 5. I will go ahead and stream this game tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. It probably won't be for very long, maybe about an hour, because there's not much game to play. But I can go ahead and I can stream it, and if you guys are interested in watching, you guys can go ahead and follow twitch.tv/kindaokgamers. The link will be in the description below. So if you click that and you follow us, you can get up to date on all of our streams. We do Minecraft, we do Mario Maker. I do tons of Telltale games like Walking Dead and Guardians of the Galaxy and all kinds of stuff. It always changes. I've been doing Final Fantasy 3 for quite some time now. I did Curse of Monkey Island fully through. So If you guys are interested, go and click on that, follow us there, and get up to date on our streams. And again, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time.